All right, man. I mean, it was expected. Y'all up 2-0. Y'all up 2-0.
Yeah.
But it was more of a hard fought game last game. All right, versus the first game. So let's talk about your reaction so far to this series, and what you see y'all doing the rest of the playoffs. Y'all being up 2-0 against the Nets.
Well, like you said, it was expected to go up 2-0, but I mean, both games, like I think both games the Nets have played well. I think they just outmatched. We're a better team, no matter how you slice it. Um, we're a better 3-point shooting team. We're a better 2-point shooting team. We're a better defensive team. We're a better rebound. We're just a better team. Like they're throwing the kitchen sink at us, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
first game they was sending 2 3 people at Embiid every time he touched the ball. Second game they kind of did it, but not as much. But like they have no answers. And I'm not gonna lie, what I like about Embiid specifically in the series, he's not shooting jumpers. I don't know if y'all watching, but he's not shooting jumpers, and I think that's kind of why his point totals isn't real high. I mean, of course he's getting double teamed, but he can shoot over a lot of those double teams. I mean, Finney Smith and Cam Johnson, he can shoot over both of them, but he's not. He's trying to create the right play, and he's trying to finish inside of the paint or in the 2-point area. He's not really shooting jumpers for real. So that's one thing I do like about Embiid. PJ Tucker didn't hit any threes last game, but uh, I guess you want to quote unquote playoff PJ is actually showing himself. Like he's getting a lot of offensive rebounds, getting a lot of hustle plays that he wasn't getting in the regular season because he was just chilling or whatever you want to say. But um, Tobias Harris, two 20-point games. The two 20-point games. The first from Tobias for the first 2 games. So I mean, I like what our team is doing. You know what I'm saying? James Harden. Now, this is one thing about James Harden. A lot of people keep saying James Harden has got to revert back to, what he used to be in Houston. James Harden got to do this. James Harden got to do that. James Harden, if he goes back to Houston, he's not the best facilitator in the NBA. You know what I mean? And he doesn't have when he was in Houston, the offensive help he has now, he didn't have that in Houston. So he had to average 35. I do think he could pick his spots a little better because going to the basket is definitely not the same as it was in the Houston jersey. I mean, when he goes to the basket, bro, if he doesn't get the foul call, a lot of times he's not going to get a decent look up. He can't draw contact and finish like he used to. But he shoots a lot more mid-range jumpers. He gets his 3 balls up. So I like what my team is doing. It's not really too much to judge, especially off the Brooklyn series, but it does scare me still that we don't have elite perimeter defense. It's for a forward at least because DeAnthony Melton, does his thing, but we don't have at a forward position. When Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson putting up 30s, what Jason Tatum gonna do in the next round? You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing we got to get together. But I like my team, like what we doing. Hat off to Doc Rivers. I've been giving him a lot of stuff all year long, but you know what I'm saying? Hats off to Doc Rivers. And my man Embiid should have been in the runnings for Defensive Player of the Year, but he better make all defense.
Yeah, yeah. My issue with the Nets is they got no size for real.
Yeah.
But what's been going on these last 2 games? Y'all been matching each other from the 3-point line. Cause first game both of y'all shot well, and the second game y'all both shot like around 30%, and that's going to be key if we see everybody take this formula, which is double and B almost every play. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
gotta y'all gotta make y'all shots. So
Best
let me
3-point shooting team in the league.
yeah, that's true. And this was a good question, right? Good question. This is a good comment right here. No hate, professional job, tough to truly judge Philly given their opponent. I think that's a fact. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard to like judge y'all and talk about y'all right now because, like we said, y'all the overwhelming favorites to win this series. They don't have a superstar at all. They got a bunch of good role players in Mikal Bridges. So that's why it's hard to judge y'all. So let me ask you one question. That's it. Oh, Tom, you got a question? Or David had a question?
I was gonna say my biggest issue with this team is the net. I mean, with this playoff series is Spencer Dinwiddie, but y'all can go ahead.
I got no issues with them. I didn't expect this series to go any longer than 5. So
Yeah.
this
Same.
series is over. Nothing happened that I didn't expect. I expected the Nets to play tough because they got Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, but they can only do but so much. It's Joel Embiid. They have no one to stop him. I'm sorry. Was it Nick Claxton has played well, but he ain't no match for Joel Embiid.
Or Dorian Finney-Smith.
None of them can do anything with Joel Embiid. It's Joel. Joel just
Well,
got
one person can. One
Uh-oh.
person can. And I'm not gonna say nothing crazy. I'm
On
gonna
the
just
Nets?
play it. Yeah, one person. One
Uh-oh.
person. This guy right here.
Oh, man.
Cam Johnson.
That guy. That was a moment. One more time. We gotta see it from a different angle. That's it.
All right. You know what my man Embiid said in the post-game interview? He said,
That's it.
I don't remember getting dunked on.
I don't remember it
No.
either.
I
I seen the
heard what he said about
replay
the
though.
3 blocks. The blocks.
Yeah, you saw
I mean,
Yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah, but the series over. I mean, I don't really need to say too much about the series. And JMO, nothing against your team, but I'm not giving Doc Rivers any props until he gets to the Eastern Conference Finals or to the finals without the Celtics.
Okay, let me jump in on that right quick. Cause I got a bone to pick with people on the show and people in the real media or whatever you want to call it. How you gonna say if Embiid don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's a failure. He got to get there. He got to do this. But then say the Sixers can't beat the Celtics or the Bucks. How you gonna do that?
I can answer that.
How?
Because of y'all past, we don't expect y'all to beat the Celtics or the Bucks different.
I don't think it has nothing to do with the past. I think the Bucks and the Celtics have a better team.
That's the same thing with me. It's all about the past.
Based on y'all past against good teams in the playoffs, right? Because y'all haven't really beaten a good team in the playoffs. Y'all beat Miami Heat when they ain't had nobody, and y'all beat Toronto, and y'all about to beat this team. Whenever y'all went against a championship tier team, y'all lost every single time. So that's why I'm picking y'all. I can't pick y'all, even though Embiid's having this type of season. So that's why I'm like, we got to see.
I just don't think it's fair to say that if you don't do this, you're a failure. But the other teams that you're going against are supposed to be better. Like, I don't see that's contradictory.
My thing with that is, if Embiid is supposed to be this great player, and none of us are denying that he's not great, he got to take over. He got to do his job. He got to prove us wrong. Until he has yet to do that, then we have the right to say what we say. He has yet to prove us wrong. He hasn't gotten to the Eastern Conference Finals yet, and he's had great teams to be able to do that. He has a great team. Their team right now has no excuses to not be able to do that. Yes, we may be saying that the Celtics and the Bucks are better, but Joe has been saying this. He only thinks the Celtics are better. He thinks they got a chance to get the Bucks.
But I still, even though I got the Celtics better, what I say about Giannis? I say he gotta win. I say Giannis gotta win the whole thing because people are saying he's the best player. So it ain't about what I think. Everybody telling me Giannis the best player in the world. He gotta beat whoever's in front of him because he got the best record in the league. That's why I said. And I'm doing the same pressure with Joel Embiid. He never got the second round. You won MVP. By the way, MVP. You the scoring title champion. Y'all got a number. Y'all got a top defensive team. Number 1 3-point shooter team with a big man. He better get out the second round.
But how can you hold him to that standard if you already think the two teams that he has to beat is better?
No, what I'm saying is, I just personally don't think it's not just with Embiid, just with anybody. Like, I don't think you can say that they're not the favorite, but if they don't win, it's a failure. Like, I think that's
I get that point.
I think that's contradictory.
I get that
point. Plus, Joe, me personally, no matter who we play in the East, I think Embiid is the best player in the series. Me personally. But I think that if you take Tatum off the Celtics, take Embiid off the Sixers, and take Giannis off the Bucks, the Sixers by far have the worst team out of those three. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Embiid, the Celtics, outside of the best player, the Celtics and the Bucks have a better team than we have. Period. So that was my only point in that. I just don't think I think it's contradicting to say one. I mean, to say both. I don't think.
I think
I see what you're saying.
Are we ready though?
I think
ready.
there's an argument to be made about the Bucks, but Celtics, I get Celtics. I think the Celtics got the best team without their best player. But the Bucks, I think there's an argument to be made that y'all team might be better outside of Giannis. Because without Giannis, you saw what we did without him.
This game one, Dave.
Apparently I get it, but apparently we have no superstar. We have no superstar, right? Jimmy Butler's not considered a superstar because he's inconsistent.
Well, the Bucks ain't got a superstar either. If Giannis gone.
True.
So I mean, that don't prove a point. I'm just saying, like, I just don't. I think that without the best player,
James, I get what you're saying. Like,
I get what you're saying about them not being in the paper.
Joel Embiid is a bum and like that. We're saying that we can't accept y'all losing the second round. We can't just settle for they play the Celtics. No, J-Mo, he's an MVP. So sometimes when you're the MVP, the best player has to step up and get us to the next level. I won't understand you if y'all didn't have failures. The last year was a failure. The year before that, I don't know when we year before that, but last year was a failure. So y'all had to redeem yourself from last year. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all lose to the Celtics. I expect that, but it's kind of like, dang, like another second round exit.
Me, I don't think it's the losing. I think it's the how.
Yeah,
that's true too.
Yeah,
that's true too, J-Mo.
Like I said, I'm a very objective fan. I know when we lose. Like, we shouldn't have lost to the Hawks. People always say how Embiid was 100. Embiid wasn't healthy. Embiid had a torn meniscus, averaged 30 and 13 or 30 and 12. I don't care. He averaged 30. He's good enough to win. We should have won.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We should have won that series. But like outside of that, like every year, I already went down the list. I ain't trying to make no excuses, but it's just real life. Every year is something with this team. So like, I'm not even trying to run from no smoke either. Like I said, we ready this year. I'm just trying to make the statement make sense. That's all. But we ready this year. I'm not scared of none of them teams.
We just want to see y'all prove it. That's it.
Can't wait the second round. Can't wait. All right, J-Mo. All right. So just give us some last words. And that's it basically.
Shouts out to Tyrese Maxey. Shouts out to James Harden. Shouts out to the whole squad, man. Shouts out to Paul Reed, man. Let me give my man Paul Reed some love. G League MVP. You know what I'm saying? Look, my man got MVP chance, and they chanting his name in a playoff game. Come on, dog. This is talking about some of the best fans in the league. When we winning, they love you. When we losing, I don't know, man. I don't know. But look, shouts out to the Embiid. Shouts out to the whole squad. MVP. Finals MVP.
Let's get it. All right, J-Mo, appreciate you. We're gonna keep you in a loop. Definitely round two. Every time we talk, we're gonna talk about that every single time. So you get ready. Get ready.
You get ready.
I'm ready.
He gonna be on.
All right.
Because this 3 seed is not losing in the first round.
Oh, hey, we ain't either. We ain't either. I see you in the second round.
Shots fired.
Right, stay safe. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.